This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and in the past we've talked about the top 5 accessories that are must-haves for the Nintendo Switch and the PS4, but this time we're going to talk about PCs. And the first thing we're going to talk about on this list is the Logitech G560 desktop speakers. Now, something I feel like I've learned pretty early on in my tech days is that having a pair of solid desktop speakers can really enhance your experience when using your computer, whether it's for gaming or watching movies. Now, the G560s have a couple of interesting features. Obviously, you're seeing these RGB lights, and that's one of them. But what's most important is the sound quality. Now, these are actually pretty small speakers. I was very surprised when I first saw them, but don't let that fool you. These still sound very good, and it's actually quite powerful. Now, of course, you get the 2 speakers and a sub for that extra bass. Whew, and that sub is so powerful, guys. Now, I actually have one gripe with these speakers. I wish there was a knob to turn down the sub whenever you wanted to without having to go into the settings on the computer. Unfortunately, that isn't there, but it is so powerful that sometimes I feel like I gotta turn it down a bit. But if that's not gonna be a bother to you guys, this is absolutely something you're gonna be stoked about. Of all the audio that I've thrown at this guy, everything has sounded great, whether it's for gaming or even just listening to music. I've had a pleasant experience with these. They have a pretty simple circular shape, but they've got this groove on the inside that helps it to sit up and also houses the RGB lights. Now, inside of here is where you see those cool RGB effects, but there's also a spot in the back that has a clear casing that allows the RGB lights to show off in the back. So when you have these close to a wall on your desk, it actually illuminates the wall, which is a really nice touch. They've even got this interesting screen sampling feature that allows the RGB lights to kind of match whatever's on your screen. It actually works pretty well, and it's kind of cool to try out. It's a bit gimmicky, but it is a cool feature nonetheless. Now, these aren't the cheapest speakers in the world. They're $200, but I absolutely think they're worth it. They sound great, have a lot of cool features, and you can even sync up the lights with other Logitech RGB products. But nonetheless, guys, I think these are absolutely worth it, and definitely a great addition to any battle station or just regular setup. And next up on our list is also from Logitech, and it's my favorite wired mouse, is the Logitech G502. Now, I love the G502, and I think it'd be great for just about anyone because of that amazing ergonomic design. I love the way this thing sits in the hand. It fits perfectly. And not only that, but you can easily access buttons all over the mouse. So you can go into the Logitech gaming software and change up those buttons and map them to certain effects, so you can use those buttons however you'd like. It's all customizable. And I really think that comfort and ability to customize the mouse to the way you want to use it will definitely be an upgrade to anyone who's using a standard or generic mouse that came with their computer. I honestly straight up think that this thing looks great. It does have a couple of RGB elements to it, not a lot. So if you do want to customize a couple of the lights that you see on it, you can do that with no problem with the software. And if you're a PC gamer, chances are you might have already heard of the 502. There are tons of PC settings that you can access with the gaming software, so you can also customize this to fit your way of using it. You can even add some weight to it if you want to change up the way it feels. So if you want a heavier mouse or a lighter mouse, you can actually customize the weight of this thing so it can feel just right for you when you're using it. All in all, though, I absolutely love this mouse, and the fact that it's only $50 is a great deal. And with a nice mouse like that, you're gonna need a solid mouse pad. Now, this one isn't technically a must-have, but it is a great mouse pad with an awesome feature. This is the Corsair MM1000 Qi wireless charging mouse pad. That is an extremely long name, but it's a cool mouse pad nonetheless. And this is a pretty standard hard surface mouse, but it's got a great size, so you have a lot of room to move around with. But one thing that makes it amazing is that right in the top right corner, it actually works as a Qi wireless charging pad. So if you have a wireless charging device, you can just throw it right on top of there. So while you're using your computer, you can keep your phone nearby without having to look for a cable or anything. And even if your device doesn't support wireless charging, Corsair actually adds some options inside of the box so that you can charge pretty much any device that you can connect it to. So with this little add-on piece, you can plug it into anything that uses a micro USB, lightning cable, or a USB Type-C cable and charge it with the mouse pad. And that to me is just like next level. I personally love devices that have multiple functions. It works as a regular mouse pad, but it also works as a wireless charger. And not to mention, it also has a USB port at the very top. So if you want to go ahead and plug something in without having to touch your computer, this could be a really convenient way to do that. And now I can't not mention a gaming headset. So right here, we have the Hyperx Cloud Flight, wireless gaming headset. Now, if you're not familiar with Hyperx, they've got a pretty good reputation of making great headsets without breaking the bank. What's different about this one though, it is that it is now completely wireless. I believe this is Hyperx's first wireless headset, and they did a really good job here. Not only do these sound great, but they also look good as well. It's black and red, which is a pretty standard gamer theme. I do wish you could kind of change the colors, but you only get black and red. But the logos do light up, and that's kind of cool. But most importantly, these sound great. You can use it for your PC, and even if you want, you can go ahead and use it for the PS4 as well, or even your Xbox. I don't know about mic compatibility. There's like specific ones that it's compatible with. I'll throw it up so you guys can see that. But the mic sounds really good, and that's something that Hyperx has been pretty good about, having good quality mics, and the fact that this one is detachable is really nice. So if you want to use it for your PC to just watch movies, you can do that without having that mic sticking out. And if you want to just use it for gaming and talking to your teammates, you can throw it on with no problem. And this thing also has 30 hours of battery life, so if you're having a really long gaming session, you're not gonna have to worry about these dying on you. And what's great about having this much battery life is that even if you forget to charge it, chances are you're gonna still have a lot of juice left when you come pick it up. I'm definitely happy with these, and it's super easy to recommend because it's that good. And this is kind of an unofficial addition to this list, but my cloud flights are sitting on this awesome Corsair ST100 RGB headset stand, and I absolutely love it. I feel like the hook that the headset stands on it has a pretty good shape. A lot of headset stands out there really dig into the cushion of the headband and kind of leave these bad marks on them. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't the best I've ever seen, but there are tons of headset stands out there that leave some really bad marks on the cushion for your headband, so I really like that this one isn't so bad. But not only that, this thing also works as a USB hub. It uses USB 3.0, so it has 2 extra USB ports. So like I said, if you don't want to go and plug something into your computer, maybe you just want to have your dongle for your headset right there on the headset stand, you can just do that, or maybe your mouse dongle, you can throw it right into that without having to plug it into the back of your computer. I just like having extra USB ports close by because it's convenient. And if you're into RGB lights, these of course have you covered. Now the last thing on this list isn't really a peripheral or anything like that. It's actually a cable management tool. This is the G Raceway, and I've been using this for pretty much all of my desk setups ever since I found out about it. I feel like one of the biggest challenges with a desk is being able to keep it nice and clean, and definitely taking care of the cables so that they're not just dangling all over the place. You want to have something that keeps it nice and organized, and the G Raceway does exactly that. So instead of having all of your cables just running down your wall, get one of these, put it in the back of your desk, mount it, and then have all of your cables run down one side all the way at the edge of your desk. That way it's nice and neat and hidden. Trust me, it'll make a huge difference in the appearance of your desk setup. A G Raceway, I'm telling you guys, is the way to go. In my gamer's paradise, that gaming PC that you see there has so many cables attached to it, but I'm able to keep it nice and contained thanks to one of these guys. It's not as flashy as everything else on this list, but it honestly is probably the most important. Now, I'm pretty glad I could partner up with NordVPN because with everything being on the internet these days, I'm spending way more time online to do everything from communicating, banking, and handling other things that require sensitive information. NordVPN provides a virtual private network with military-grade encryption to protect your data from potential online threats, and in 2018, I'm telling you, the need for that is growing more and more. You guys know I went to WWDC, and using the airport Wi-Fi as well as the hotel Wi-Fi is something that I don't really feel comfortable doing anything on unless I have a VPN active. I don't even like checking my bank balance on my computer if I'm on a public Wi-Fi network, but having something like NordVPN gives me all the confidence in the world that my data won't be stolen and used against me. So having something like this, so clutch. And NordVPN allows you to protect yourself whether you own Windows, Mac OS, iOS, or even Android, and they're offering my viewers 77% off a 3-year plan. So if you want to get yourself protected, head over to nordvpn.com/consumer and use the coupon code consumer at checkout to get yourself those savings, but I'll have links down below in the description. So definitely check that out. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be the cool guy or girl that gives this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Top 5 Xbox accessories coming next. Till the next one, guys, it's your average consumer. Peace.